Imagine a city where a straight line is not the shortest distance between 2 points. Imagine walking down a long avenue, never turning left or right, only to find yourself tapping on your own shoulder from behind. Imagine a skyscraper that looks no wider than a telephone booth from the outside, but holds an entire stadium within its walls. Welcome to the impossible. Welcome to the era where architecture ignores the laws of physics. This is not a simulation. This is not virtual reality. This is the Non-Euclidean Metropolis, a place where gravity, perspective, and dimension are merely suggestions, not rules. Welcome back to Voyager 2300. Today, we are stepping away from the simple megastructures of the past and entering a realm of pure mathematical madness. We are exploring the city that breaks geometry. If you are ready to have your mind bent, hit that subscribe button and let's enter the fold. To understand this city, we must first unlearn everything we know about space. For thousands of years, humans built cities based on Euclidean geometry, flat planes, parallel lines that never meet. The grid. It is safe. It is predictable. But by the year 2800, space has become the ultimate luxury. We could not build out any further, and we could not build up any higher without crushing the crust of the Earth. So we learned to build in. Enter the hyperbolic city. In a non-Euclidean city, the architecture is built on curved space-time manifolds. This is based on the concept of hyperbolic geometry, visualized famously by the Poincare disk. In this city, space is denser than it appears. Let's take a walk through the District of Loops. As you step onto the pavement, the horizon doesn't look flat. It curves upward like you were standing inside a massive bowl. But you aren't. You are standing on flat ground that has been spatially compressed. You look down a street. It seems to stretch for infinite miles, but this is an optical illusion created by the expansion of space. In reality, that street is only 3 blocks long. As you walk, the space around you expands to meet your stride and contracts behind you as you leave. This is variable metric urbanism. It solves the problem of commute times. In a non-Euclidean city, the distance between your home and your office depends on how fast you need to get there. The city's central AI warps the geometry of the road network in real time. During rush hour, the road literally shortens. A 10-mile drive is compressed into a 2-mile drive by folding the space between coordinates. But it gets stranger. Look up. You don't see the sky. You see the other side of the city. Because the city is built on a self-contained manifold, light travels in loops. If you use a telescope and look straight up at the zenith, you might see the top of your own head. This is the closed time-like curve architecture. It creates a sense of infinite density. There is no outside in the traditional sense. The city folds back onto itself. This creates unique dangers. In the early days of non-Euclidean zoning, citizens suffered from geodesic vertigo. The human inner ear is designed for flat worlds. Here, if you turn your head too quickly, the perspective shift doesn't match what your brain expects. Architecture had to be designed with visual anchors, standard static monuments, just to keep people from falling over while standing still. Now let's talk about the housing. This is where the technology truly shines. We call them Tesseract Lofts. From the street, a residential block looks modest, perhaps 10 meters wide, but the front door acts as a threshold to a localized spatial pocket dimension. This is spatial folding, technology harvesting the extra dimensions predicted by string theory. When you open the door, you aren't stepping into a room, you are stepping into a bubble of expanded volume. A 500 square foot footprint on the map contains a 5,000 square foot mansion on the inside. How is this possible? The walls are lined with exotic matter, negative energy density panels that push space-time apart, creating a bubble larger on the inside than the event horizon that surrounds it. This solves the overpopulation crisis of the 24th century. We no longer fight for land, we simply inflate the space we have. A single city block can house 1 million people, not by stacking them in tiny cages, but by giving them each a pocket dimension of their own. But how do you navigate a city that changes shape? GPS is useless here. Satellites rely on straight-line signals. In the non-Euclidean city, a signal sent straight might curve around a building and hit the receiver from behind. Instead, we use QNAV, quantum entanglement navigation. Every citizen carries a reality anchor. This device is quantum entangled with the city's central core. It doesn't measure where you are, it measures when you are and which layer of geometry you occupy. Without a reality anchor, you could walk into a Penrose Staircase alleyway, a gravity well where you constantly walk downstairs but somehow end up on the roof. These architectural anomalies are used as security features. You don't need gates or walls to protect a bank vault if the hallway leading to it is mathematically impossible to traverse without the correct algorithm. Now, the energy requirements for this city are naturally astronomical. To keep space warped, the city sits atop a captured singularity, a micro black hole held in magnetic suspension beneath the foundation. The city essentially exists on the event horizon of a controlled gravity well. The warp of the city is powered by the spin of this black hole. We are living on the edge of the abyss, using the monster that eats stars to power our coffee machines and fold our living rooms. Why build this? Why tempt fate by twisting the fabric of the universe? Because humanity has always pushed against boundaries. First, we pushed against the boundaries of our caves, then the boundaries of our oceans, then the atmosphere. Now we push against the boundaries of geometry itself. The non-Euclidean city is the ultimate declaration of freedom. It says that we are no longer bound by the shape of the universe we were born into. If the world is too small, we will not conquer new worlds. We will simply make this one bigger. We will grab the edges of reality and stretch. Living here requires a new kind of mind. You must accept that what you see is a lie and what you feel is a calculation. You must be willing to walk off a ledge knowing that gravity will shift to catch you. The question isn't whether we can build the non-Euclidean city. The math is already written. The question is, are you brave enough to live in a place where the map is alive? Thank you for traveling with us to the impossible geometry of the future. If you enjoyed this trip into the fourth dimension, make sure to like this video. It helps our signal break through the algorithm. Which room would you want in a Tesseract loft? A library that goes on forever, or a swimming pool with no bottom? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Voyager 2300. Keep your eyes on the horizon.